Good evening, everyone. It's Sheila here in Boho Daydreams. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. I had a great weekend. Hubs and I went on a little road trip. Took us to areas that I used to travel through a lot to come to Montana, but I don't anymore because I live here, which is really nice. I don't miss it at all. I don't miss all that traveling. That's for sure. And then yesterday I had a really good Monday. I got a lot of beads strung and I've got a lot of those kind of packages out. And I want to apologize because my packages sometimes take a little longer to prepare now. Since I added beads and silk ties and velvets and trim packages, etc., if you order a combination package, it kind of just takes a little bit longer, and I do apologize for that. I work really hard to get these things together, and I'm a bit picky when I am putting them together, so it just kind of takes a little bit longer now. I want to show you what I got the other day. And for anyone who's not a lace lover, I completely understand that you'll just want to leave because I'm going to be talking about things that I love so very much. And a few weeks ago, I wasn't sleeping again because I'm basically an insomniac, and every once in a while I'll have a spurt where I actually do sleep. And so for me to lay awake for hours in the space that we live in right now is really difficult. So I'll get on my phone and I'll keep the light dim. And I just kind of look at things and look for things. And that's how I found these beads. It always happens at night when everyone else is sleeping. That's how I found this. I flipped on my phone and it just came up. I was like, oh, wow. Uh, eyelet, antique eyelet. Oh, boy. And yes, here it is. I forego haircuts and pedicures, and I'd probably give up coffee and chocolate if I had to. So I am so happy with this. Oh my goodness. It was worth it. It is worth going without a haircut. This time, I usually find when I find stuff, which excites me a lot, it'll be 18-inch pieces because they either were ripped off of a petticoat or they were ripped off of the pillowcases or a baby's ruffle. But this here isn't. This was bought in yardage. So there is so much of it. So it probably came from a lace shop way back. But look at the beauty of it. It's just gorgeous. I just and touching the cotton, it just feels so good. And I can't believe how much there is. And it sat around for quite some time because there is discoloration from just sitting. That sort of discoloration that happens when we leave things sit in one place for 50, 60 years. Yeah, that's what we've got going on here. And I didn't even bother to try and wash it because I don't mind the patina at all. I love it. Look at this. Oh my goodness. The lady that I actually got this from said that it's been in the family for a very long time and they were doing an estate sale and they just pulled it all out from the attic, just popped it all into one package. She said she was tempted to keep it herself. She says, but how much can you actually keep? I just thought, wow, you have no idea who you're talking to. You don't know. You don't know that this is my addiction. Look how pretty that is. So she said that her grandma had, or great grandma, it was passed down. She had it forever. And she says that's why it looks the way it does. It's all dingy. It was sitting up in the attic for a very long time. But I didn't mind it. But it's so pretty. And this piece here is really, really pretty. It was going to be a child's petticoat. Look at how beautiful that is. And just touching this cotton, just kind of like those sheets that you've used for a very long time that are threadbare, but it feels, oh, it just feels gauzy. I love it. I'm a very tactile person, a sensory person. I love smells. I love feeling things. I love to imagine who it was that purchased these things and why. And why didn't they ever get used? And maybe there was way more yet. And this was the scraps that never got used. I don't know. But I like to imagine those things. I just love it. And I think this might even be a silk. This might be silk. Look how fine that is. There's just so much of it. And all these beautiful little flowers, right? And then there was like these types of laces. They're so fine. The threads are so fine. And yes, I was pulling at one and I ripped it because they're old and they're a bit fragile. Look at this. I love this. Look at all that embroidery on there. Just gorgeous. Whoever bought all of this really loved flowers because it's just loaded with the flowers. I don't even know how you find if you can even find this type of delicate. I've seen some eyelet and it's so machined. It's not delicate at all. This is so delicate still. And then, I mean, there's a lot of that there. Then there was this. There's like cards and cards and cards of this really fine lace. And I thought, wow, these would have hung in your mercantile, just hung on the wall, and you would have walked in, a lady would have walked in and said, I would like X yards of this lace. And they're all made in England. And they're even trademark registered. Isn't that weird? 14 cents a yard. I found one of these packages that said sale on it. It was sale at 10 cents a yard. Look how delicate this one is. Oh, I just love it. There's so much. And then I also happened upon another lady who had an antique shop. And she sent me, because she was just getting rid of it, 2.5 gallon bags of all they are is collars, and this one's even has boning in it. They're collars and pieces of lace that would have been on cuffs. I was just in heaven, just completely in heaven with all of these things that I found. So I have been asked on numerous occasions, because you all know how much I love lace, if I will make a lace package. And up until now, I say, well, how can I make you something that I'm so very, very addicted to? So then I said also to myself that how are you ever going to use all of this in 100 years? And who's going to value it when it gets dropped off at some Goodwill? So I decided that I'm going to make up one package. And I don't exactly know what it's going to look like yet, but I don't want to cut anything that isn't attractive to someone. So I'm going to make a package, and then I'm going to show you what the package looks like. And then you will pre-order it. And then I will prepare them as such. Because I don't want to be cutting these things in certain lengths, and then it's not what anyone thought, well, you don't like that, or nobody's interested. Then I would rather keep it in one piece. because it's easier for me to store it if it's all in one piece. And I would love someone to come and help me to sort through my laces. And this lady also had a lot of wallpaper samples, or wallpaper. She had wallpaper remnants. There was a huge box of that. And also there was, I don't know, a box full of those flour sacks or those feed sacks. So I might make just a few sampler packages of those too. Anyway, I hope everyone has an amazing day tomorrow. I hope you get a lot done. I'm looking after my grandsons tomorrow, so I can't imagine that I'm going to get a lot done tomorrow. But I hope everyone has a good week. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.